If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. A child shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener.
Alrighty then. The next song on our list is BulletBoys, For the Love of Money.
There's a little thingy-majiggy over there.
Awesome cover song of 1973 hit single by Motown legends, the OJs. No real reason to pick this one other than it's one of my favorite covers of all time.
BulletBoys, For the Love of Money. Bone Thugs and Harmony did a song called For the Love of Money. Gotta get that money, man. That money, man.
Oh.
Man. All right.
Yeah,
Here we go. BulletBoys, let's do it. Oh shit, that was these guys?
I'm turning it up. I like this.
Oh, that bass is hard. Woo!
Oh. Damn. That riff is kind of heavy, low key. Yo, that song, that's riff is type one. Heavy, actually.
That is a good one.
That's actually, like, there's so many of these things that, like, if you really listen to them, like, if you wanted to be heavy about it, you could be mega heavy about it.
I usually leave my volume at the same level, and then once in a while I hate a song so much I turn it down, which I always announce to you guys that I turn it down. And then once in a while there are songs where I crank it up. This is a crank it up one. This one, literally, where could you not, I mean...
What?
I was like, where could you not use this song is what I was going to say, but then as I said it, I was picturing it being played at a funeral, and I was like, that doesn't fit. So that was like my hesitation.
One of those horrible families where everybody was waiting for the dude to die and millions.
Or the person themselves plans their own. Actually, this is crazy. So this woman that knows, that my family knows, like, I remember, like, last year my mom was like, yeah, that she got, like, a brain tumor or something. And she just passed away like a couple months ago, like a month. No, it was like 2 weeks ago she passed away. She's young, like she's not much older than us. But she recorded herself and she said, I don't want anybody saying this is what she would have said when she was here. This is what I want to say. And she like had this whole, she gave the gospel and whatever, like from her video. I was like, wow, that's a really good idea. But anyway, like it was one of those situations where the person was like kind of new and they were like, I want this played at my funeral. money. I don't know. It would just be, then I guess you could do it then. But yeah, you could really play that song basically anywhere. I was like, have you ever been, I don't even know if you would be interested in that or not. Like there'll be like these big trucks and they just rough these big trucks in front of people, you know, they'll drag race them or whatever. Have you ever seen any of that?
Well, not live, but I know the monster truck stuff.
Yeah, something, yeah. Does that interest you at all? Or are you like, that's completely boring? It's completely boring. I had a feeling. I think that stuff like that is kind of fun. And I think the kids would have fun doing it too. Anyway, so I was thinking that could be playing all of a sudden over the loudspeakers. It could go there. I was picturing like you're at a bar, it could play there. You're at a club. I mean, depending what type of club, it could play there. Like it's, I think, a very versatile song. Also, you could picture like a bunch of people gathering together for like a party. It could play there. It's a I don't know. It's like a kind of pump you up sort of song.
Oh, 100%.
I don't even know what the lyrics are. I think we're saying money is bad. Is that? Are we talking about money being bad?
I think he's saying like the things that people do for money. No, you didn't miss Wasp, Alex. Shout out to Alex McLean. What's going on, Infinity? Hi, people. Hi, people. You want to do things with it. Talk about cash, money, dollar bills, y'all.
Didn't you do one where you were like dollar or something? For
the love of money, people will steal from their mother. For the love of money, people will rob their own brother.
Yeah, I think that's kind of weird.
What do you mean?
That even happens, like that people will like steal money from their mom's own wallet.
Yeah.
Wait, have you ever done that?
No.
Oh, just the way that you. I was like, wait.
I would have if I didn't think I'd be murdered. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. That wouldn't have.
I would not.
The whole that's my mom. No, that wouldn't have stopped.
I knew this family that
but the
had
prospect
like a jar.
of being murdered by my mother, yeah, that was real. That's a deterrent for sure. Death penalty is absolutely a deterrent.
I just
Don't
would
let
have
anybody
felt
fool you.
bad, like, to take from my parents like that. But there was a friend of mine that had a jar, and she could take from the jar anytime that she wanted. And before she had a job, like, they just were like, just be reasonable with it. Because they wanted, I think that, like, they didn't put, like, a lot in there. It would have been, like, $25 or something like that. And so if she needed $10 or $5 or whatever. And then once she kind of got, like, I think that they eventually started having her kind of, like, replace it, take it when you need it, put it back when you got it, blah, blah, blah. And I always thought that was kind of cool, except I always did think I wouldn't do well in a situation like that. Because I always liked candy. So I was like, there's always a need for more candy. Okay, I'm pulling up the lyrics.
But the love of money will make you do, like I said, like this dude, last month, dudes rolled up on this man. They were pressing him, and he was acting all tough. And then he got on like a Vlad TV type of thing, and he talked about the situation. He's like, yeah, man, like, these guys rolled up on me, but, I'm not going to let anybody take all my shit, blah, 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 blah. So he's at Waffle House or whatever, and he's got 5 chains on. He's probably got $100,000 around his neck in, like, literally the worst part of Los Angeles. So dudes went up to rob him, but, because of his ego,
take his shit.
His ego. No, blah, and they get into a conflict. And the guy's sitting down. The guy just shot him, killed him right in front of his girlfriend and his daughter.
His daughter?
Yeah, man. Shit is, these dudes are savages, bro.
How old was she?
Old enough to know.
Oh my god, that would fuck you for life, right?
But, like, this is the shit that happens. Like, you get people who are in the inner city, and...
why do that? That is so...
The idea of having money and then having these symbols of accomplishment, which is what the chain is, that's... People like, why are you spending $100,000 on a chain? Like, they don't understand. Like, when you're poor and you're dirt poor and you're told you're never going to be shit and all the rest of it, that chain, they pour so much meaning into that chain because they were living in the gutter. Like, it's funny to me, like...
So
you talk to me
crazy.
about, like, people think that this place is like the hood, the ghetto, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's laughable to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's grass and trees and shit. Like, it's not. To me, it's you know what I'm saying. But when you come like in the real ghetto and you're real gutter and you're using the oven to heat your house, like.
Yeah.
That monetary symbol of that chain or whatever. A lot of these dudes are willing to die over this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's sad when you don't have your priorities straight because, like, he traumatized his daughter, and, like, honestly, the most valuable thing in that room was his daughter. And he traumatized her for life over chains.
Yeah, I mean,
like, what value are those? Chains have no value to him now. He can't take it with him. So now he's dead and he traumatized his daughter. Like, I feel bad for his girlfriend, too, but, I mean, a child?
I don't feel bad for her, bro. She's the one that... I personally believe she set him up.
Oh, you've got to be kidding
She knew
me.
dudes were coming after this dude, and she dropped the exact location of
Oh,
where
that's
they were.
the story?
Yeah, man. Fuck that bitch, bro. I think it's her fault, honestly. But, like, the big thing for me, though, is... Yeah, people do a lot of crazy shit for money, man. Like...
Yeah, and for small amounts of money, too.
Well, if you look at what's going on in Germany right now... And,
what's going on?
I mean, they stupidly participated in these sanctions against Russia. Oh. And so Russia cut off, I think, Nord Stream 2. I mean, and, Germany is facing
Is
massive...
Is it really Nord Stream?
Nord Stream 2, yeah. So
that kind of sounds like from that story we were reading.
That's the
same
story
name?
we were reading. Yeah, that's the same situation. So Germany
the book that woman wrote that wasn't like a true story. When he was making the railroads and he made the bracelet for his wife. What was the name of that thing? It wasn't the Nord Stream. It sounded like something like that, didn't it?
Wasn't close to it. Is something steel or something like that. Remember he coming with like, but you're messing with my flow here.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
The point is because of this bullshit with Russia, the Germans stupidly participated with us, and now the EU, like, they're terrified about what's going to happen in the winter because obviously fuel for all the rest. And this is fucking Europe. So, and then the German chancellor came on TV like a week ago and says, "I don't care how much suffering these people are going to go through. We need to continue to fight this fight against Russia." It's like, but the point is, America stands to inherit in the next 5 years if the Europeans keep doing this $1 trillion to $3 trillion in revenue because of we'll basically have a monopoly in Europe because of their isolating themselves from Russia.
How can people not see
so
what
people
we're
are
doing?
Like, we're not giving these people, these Ukrainians, billions of dollars in weapons, which they'll have to pay back. But we're not giving these people all these billions out of the goodness of our heart.
Right.
Like, this is masterful chess shit that's happening.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if the Europeans can't patronize the Russians, then who are they going to go to? See what I'm saying? So it's like,
that's so messed
and
up.
the thing is, Americans will not care because when those trillions hit and the gas prices continue to go lower and lower and lower and shit, we won't care. Just like we didn't care, in Afghanistan and all that shit. So, yeah, that shit is crazy. The shit people do for money is crazy. Seven's brother got held up at a gas station in South Carolina for $3. $3. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah. Yeah, give me all the money in your wallet. All the guy had is $3. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes the amount of money is so small. It's like so confusing to me.
Yeah, like.
But it's that thing. Like, you were talking the other night about the N-word and how, like, people will pour all kinds of meaning into it, which I understand why. But if you do that, and then you give people a way to control you. And the same thing is true about that. Like, money, like, you have to understand that money is here to serve you.
Right.
You don't serve that money. So if you've got money in your wallet, like, your life is more important than whatever's in that wallet.
But this is what we're talking about. Like, when you don't have a purpose, if you don't have some sort of transcendent purpose to why you're doing what you're doing, this is what happens. So, like, for this dude, his main purpose was getting out of the ghetto. So he wasn't thinking beyond getting out of the ghetto. It's like, all right, you did it. You got out of the ghetto. You used money to get out of the ghetto. Now how are you going to use money? You know what I'm saying? But to your point, he obviously became a servant of money because you're dying for a chain that's replaceable. The most valuable asset he had in that restaurant was time. So he exchanged time for money. That's what happens when you die. Like, your consciousness is going someplace else. We know that. But the time that you have with this collection of consciousnesses, that is your daughter and your girlfriend, you're exchanging that for money. That's the issue. And the real issue is everybody's doing that at a micro level. That's the downside of the whole 9 to 5 thing. Like, the kids want to be with us right now, but we're exchanging time for money right now. So you're not really wealthy until you're in a situation where you're not exchanging time for money. And until you're in that situation, you're not really wealthy.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Yeah.
So he was in a situation where he could have really had some wealth. And what the fuck are you doing in the ghetto at a fucking Waffle House? Why? Because he's still in that mentality.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Vaughn. A lot of black folks, when they get a lot of money instantly, like, they don't realize that they've moved to a different strata. They're still in the same mindset. You see what I'm saying?
Get out of there. Just get out of there.
Yeah, but it's a mindset.
You see that?
My brother was like, "Dude, put the gun away. I'll just give it to you if you ask." Yeah, I know people like.
Go so deep?
I know people like that too. They would have been like, "Yo, you ain't gotta do that shit, bro. I'll give you some money. What you need?" Like, there are people like that in the world, but But again, if you think about Dustin's brother, he obviously has a different kind of mindset, because that's not a normal thing to say when you're under duress. When you're under duress like that, you're not thinking, "I just give you the money, bro. Like, relax." But that's a person who's got a certain kind of mindset.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot of guys correlate money with their respect. So if I give you this money out of my pocket, I'm disrespecting myself, blah blah blah. That's a fucking renewable resource. I'm not gonna pour all that meaning into that shit. Like, I've never been robbed before, but if somebody actually took out a weapon to take something of value from my person, I would absolutely give it to them. Like, why in the world would you, I've had too many, I've heard of too many situations and lost people over dumb shit like that. knew a dude that fucking got his head blown off for a fucking fake ass chain, bro. The chain wasn't even real. And, see you later. You know, they RIP'd the homie. So
yeah, I don't even care. Like, if somebody came up to me and they were like, fucking give me the keys to your vehicle, blah blah blah, I'd just give it. I don't even understand why somebody's gonna fight that.
That's what I'm saying.
My kids? Well, then whatever I have is going in your throat because you're not taking my kids.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. But if you have too many of those things that you die and kill for, then you're at a disadvantage.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you should only there should only be on one hand the things you die and kill for. Mm-hmm. But, all the other shit is bullshit, and it's shit people are reading into, scenarios about their manhood and all the rest of it. But the song itself was crazy. The way these people were doing it was crazy. This was a cover. I would like to hear the original. And I love when people can hit those high notes. And this is like one of the greatest accomplishments in my mind of the channel, because it was something physiological, I believe, happened. When we were listening to Painkiller and the way, like, that vocal style, like the vocal style was just hilarious to me. It didn't appeal to me at all. And now when I hear it in songs like that Rob Halford, like, going really, really high, like, I hated that shit.
Yeah.
And somehow, at the neuronic level,
something
happened, and it was like one of those.
This one had like an 80s sound to it too. Like, I love that
100%.
80s sound. So this one's actually a 10.5 for me.
Holy shit, a 10
Loved
and a half.
this one.
It is your shitty hotel Wi-Fi, inshallah. What did you give it, a 10 and a half? I'll get this one a 9.5. Just because we got to hear the original, and then I wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? Because if the original blows it away, then you know what I'm saying. But if the original was like boring, then this would have got a 10. But anyway, 9.5. Alejandro Martinez, long live Mexico. What's good, buddy? Good to see you.
All right, we'll be back. This means you're supposed to say Vin out, so I can say sorry out.
Vin out.
Sorry out.
Count.